Hello friends and welcome back. If you're new here, we're Simone and Giovanni and we share a glimpse into our lives in Mexico. We haven't posted much recently, but we're back for our annual Dia de los Muertos episode. We actually filmed this vlog a year ago at Xcaret Park, and we're sharing it now because the Festival of Life and Death only runs over a few short days at the end of October. In this video, we're sharing what it was like to spend Dia de los Muertos at Xcaret Park. We hope you enjoy and please let us know if you stop by in the comments.
To get to Xcaret Park, we chose to take the ADO bus, which only cost a few dollars and are pretty comfortable. The Festival of Life and Death begins at 4 p.m, so we left Playa del Carmen at around 3:15 to get there early.
So as you guys know, we've obviously been to the Xcaret Park before, but this particular celebration is only over the period of Dia de los Muertos, which is from the
30th of October until the 3rd of November.
Yes, exactly. The thing is, they don't really celebrate Dia de los Muertos in the states of Quintana Roo, so that's why we specifically chose to come here, because they do a lot of very cool things.
And we're gonna explain it here in this video.
Exactly.
Misty!
Every year they invite a state of Mexico to come and showcase their particular Day of the Dead celebrations, and this year is
The state of Querétaro.
So I made my flower crown, DIY'd it because I wanted to do something for the whole family, but you can buy them here if you need to.
Are you gonna get your face painted?
Yeah, if there's the option to do it, absolutely. What's a flower crown without a Katrina?
The aim of this festival is to actually show to the world, all of the visitors that they come from everywhere, what is Dia de Muertos.
Yes, we receive so many international guests every year, but if you look around, there's no Dia de Muertos celebrations anywhere. But if you go to the more central states of Mexico, the streets are just buzzing at this time of the year. There's cempasúchil everywhere. So it might not be like the most traditional thing to come to Xcaret, but honestly, for the state of Quintana Roo, it's one of the only places that you can actually witness anything to do with the Day of the Dead. It is pouring outside, so we're just taking shelter. So we are at the cemetery, or the Panteon, which is a huge feature of Dia de los Muertos. They always have the Panteon here in Xcaret, but I mean now they've got it decorated with all the cempasúchil, which is very beautiful.
Yeah, something to note, this is a fake cemetery. There's no people buried here. A fun fact about this cemetery is that there is 365 tombs, which represents the 365 days of the year.
Definitely the saddest one we've seen so far. He's waiting for his owner. Unfortunately, because it rained so much, a lot of the performances were actually cancelled. Once things dried up, we went on the river cruise where we saw such an interesting folkloric performance. I can't say I understood it all, but still enjoyed it.
Sean bienvenidos a esta balsa, que navega entre las misteriosas leyendas de la muy noble y la muy leal ciudad de Santiago de Querétaro. Es necesario presentarme. Mi amor, es la voz del dueño de esta frente. Pero trasladémonos.
Gatitos, vengan. Vengan.
Ahora sí ya les cayó el chahuiscle.
If you are traveling to the state of Quintana Roo, Giovanni and I took our almost 4 years of experience traveling throughout the state and compiled it into a comprehensive guide as well as a digital map to help you guys plan your trip. You can go and check that out at fortheroadtravels.com and find the link in our bio. So like we said earlier, they give you like face paint stuff. No one's doing it, so I'm going to do Giovanni and let's see how this goes.
Yeah, just how?
Just half. Okay, let's lift up your lovely hat that your wife made for you. I feel like I do not know what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. Let's see what happens.
When we were in Pátzcuaro last year, there was like dozens of people painting faces.
Oh yeah.
But they were doing like, some of them they were very, very good.
Yeah. You're looking fabulous, my love.
Lovely, lovely.
I've seen a lot of people with really interesting designs.
Okay, not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. Okay, keep your eyes closed.
As long as looking at eye infection, that's what it's.
I don't know so much.
7 out of 10.
We just got off of the special river tour. It was very interesting. Aside from the fact that it's all in Spanish, they actually bring method actors from, I'm assuming, from Querétaro. So you've got your guide who's like literally telling the narration the entire tour. It's about 20 minutes. And then positioned all throughout the river, they've got other actors that are popping out and adding to the story.
Yeah.
It was very cool.
Yeah, it's quite cool. It's part of the Querétaro traditions, I assume. I mean, that's why they bring people from other states to show what other things they can offer from that particular state.
So we are now in the main pueblo, which is where they've set up all the vendors that have come over from Querétaro. They've all set up like their own stations where they're selling food, and I think we're going to look for Pan de Muerto first because that is probably one of my favorite parts of Dia de los Muertos. Hola, buenas noches.
Bienvenidos.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Un pan de muerto y
Un chocolate de abuelita.
¿Chocolate?
Sí.
Oye, me gusta tu sombrero, está súper chido.
Ella lo diseñó y lo hizo.
¿De verdad?
We've got the fresh Pan de Muerto, and then they coat it in melted butter and dip it in the sugar. Ooh, look at this Pan de Muerto. So obviously we saw the guy making them. I think that this one's not warm anymore, but I think it was baked like probably just a few hours ago. These things, these are supposed to represent crossbones, and then usually there's like a little ball on the top that should represent the skull. This is missing the ball, but we only really care about the taste, to be honest.
Ah, mira.
Good. Give a big thumbs up to that pan de muerto, Simon. The pan de muerto was pairing with chocolate or we call them chocolate abuelita. But typically in this region they use like corn dough and make something called atole. It's like a thick beverage, but it's hot. It's served hot during this time.
Yeah, but that's not atole, that's just...
No, this is not like regular chocolate.
Yeah.
Quite tasty, eh?
Bienvenidos a nuestra ofrenda.
So last year, Giovanni and I were actually in the states of Michoacan for Dia de Muertos. Michoacan is like one of the best places to experience Dia de los Muertos. It's where like you're really going to learn about the culture and everything. If I have to like directly compare this experience here at Xcaret versus anything you would find in the states of Michoacan, everything is like very perfect and like constructed, whereas when you see it in real life, it's not really like that. You know, the altars are like made by families. It's a lot more, what's the word? Real, I would say. So this is cool, but it's not as authentic as it gets in real life. So we're on our way to find some food from the state of Querétaro. Giovanni and I have never been there, so I'm really interested to see what we find. All of the vendors that you see here tonight, whether they come from the Yucatan Peninsula or the state of Veracruz, or the state of Querétaro, Xcaret actually pays for them to fly here. They pay their board, and then all of the revenue that the vendors generate goes directly to them. So it's kind of like a community project that Xcaret hosts, which is really nice. Although we were actually looking for a meal from Querétaro, we couldn't give up the opportunity of getting a traditional dish from the Yucatan Peninsula known as pib.
So mukbi pollo or pib is typically cooked during the Day of the Dead celebration, and they use the same procedure, the same cooking procedure that we do with cochinita pibil, which is doing under the ground, and they cook it for hours, but it's very delicious. Not as delicious as the one that my grandma does.
Yeah, your grand's is amazing.
Yeah. Mmm.
Delicious? So hot. Yeah.
Delicious, but it's super hot. Actually, the ladies told us that they just pull them out.
Pull them out of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. So artisanal work is a huge part of Mexican culture no matter where you go. Aside from the cultural shows that they have tonight, they also have a big market, a big open-air market, and all of the artisans here are coming from the state of Querétaro and bringing their local art.
¿Cómo se dice? ¿Hecho a mano?
Todo está hecho a mano. Todo el tema de las muñecas es 100% hecho a mano. Sí.
We found some interesting looking food from the state of Querétaro that was being assembled on the spot. We can't remember what these are called, so if you know, please let us know in the comments.
Gracias. The Xcaret restaurants are open, but you're going to pay Xcaret prices. But if you come to the market, you're going to pay very local prices.
Time to eat something from Querétaro.
See, I can't wait to go to Querétaro. It seems like such a cool state. And that's where I'll get my lele doll. I've always wanted a lele doll, but it doesn't feel right to buy it here. I think we need to go there and buy one. We are trying this for the very first time. It is something completely different to what we usually eat here on the side of Mexico. The tortilla is actually made with blue corn. There's some type of cheese that I've never even seen before. The sauce is made with a special type of chili. And Giovanni, take it away. What else have we got in here?
As for the ladies who are in the stand, they say that it's something made out of shrimp, guajillo chili, and mushroom.
¿Han escuchado de esta uva? Marcelán. Es una uva francesa.
Very interesting flavors. It's completely different to anything I've ever tasted here in Mexico. I really like it. Very nice.
We just spent the rest of our evening watching some of the performances before hopping on the ADO bus back to Playa.
Porque ellos sí están conmigo, a que vienen a jalarlo. ¡Los tengo!
So like we mentioned throughout the video, they don't really seem to celebrate the Dia de los Muertos in the state of Quintana Roo. It's probably because it has become so commercialized over the last 15-20 years. Anyways, the reason we chose to come to Xcaret is because we actually wanted to celebrate the Dia de los Muertos. It's such a beautiful celebration. If you're going to be down in Quintana Roo over the end of October, beginning of November, and you want to come to Xcaret, come over these dates so that you can access the celebrations. But I really wouldn't go out of my way to try and come here for the celebration. We really weren't that blown away. It was okay.
Don't get us wrong, we had fun today, but to be honest, if you really want to celebrate Dia de Muertos in Mexico, we suggest going to Michoacán, where we went, Oaxaca, or Mexico City. So that's where you're going to get the real tradition of Dia de Muertos.
Yes. Don't forget to check out our map and our guides at fortheroadtravels.com.
If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed to our channel, and that being said, we will see you in the next episode. Hasta luego!